This was an idea back in 2017, led by former RCAF Commander Mike Hood and our chair, John Wright. Really, the intention of the new foundation was to try and take a past, present, and future approach to learning about the Air Force and aviation in Canada. We didn't have something like this before. The Army and the Navy have similar organizations, but the Air Force did not have a foundation that was able to look back and celebrate the incredible accomplishments and achievements of its past, but also look forward to try and encourage young people to consider aviation and aerospace. We started talking about this about 5 years ago, but we launched in 2021, and we're so excited to have so many great young people especially interested in choosing aviation as a career path in their lives. We're really excited to hear from these young people themselves. These scholars, in their own words, tell us about their own career path and what they're planning to do to impact their community and make a real difference in this country. We hear from so many young people across the country about what they want to do with their lives, how they want to get involved in the aviation and aerospace industry, but there's no substitute for hearing from them and hearing about how inspirational their path is. Really, the sky's the limit with these young people and what they're going to achieve in their lives, and we're so happy to help them out and be a support, but also be along for the ride. So enjoy, from their own words, these great, wonderful, inspirational scholars.
When I was 13, I came across a book, and it was written by the Wright brothers. Basically, it was a picture book. It just illustrated these two brothers, and they put together an aircraft. Their success amongst many failures was very inspiring. From there, I had my first opportunity to go to the museum. It was an aviation museum in Ottawa, and I was able to see the history of each of the aircraft, the evolution, and it just inspired me more. And from there, it ignited that spark of aviation inside of me, and since then, I've always wanted to be a pilot. I know a lot of people, they accredit their achievements to their parents, but I think for me, this is very, very underrated and understated. It all goes back to them, and I think every fiber in me believes that who I am today and the rest of my journey to come in my career path, it's all thanks to my mom and dad. Another person would actually be Judy Cameron. She's a retired Canadian Air Canada pilot, the first ever female Canadian captain for the 767 and the 777s. She's another inspiration or role model that I'd want to follow in the steps of. I guess the end goal would be an airline pilot. I think that's where I see myself. Some want to be fighter pilots for the Air Force, some want to go and instruct, but for me, I would be able to look in the mirror and tell myself that Trisha's made it today. It's the day that I'd be able to say that I'm a captain for one of these airliners, but I also believe in going above and beyond, and I don't think I'd want to stop there. I would hope to have my own foundation one day and provide some financial support for students like me. The end dream goal would of course be an astronaut, so ask me this question in 10 years and I'll give you another answer maybe, yeah. The industry is a vital part of our economy. People need to travel and do it quickly and do it fast, and I think that the aviation industry just needs to keep up with that. With that said also, I think the last decade in aviation has shifted towards welcoming more diversity, having more opportunities for those who might be a little underprivileged. The call for females is great. The increase in numbers in women in aviation is very inspiring, so I think that's the change that we just need to continue forward with. There's the RCAF Foundation that's allowed me to sit here today, and from that opportunity, I think if I were to piece it down to one word of what I've gotten out of it would be reassurance. So when a foundation recognizes you have this potential, that they see what you see in yourself in the mirror every day, it just gives you that reassurance that what you're doing is enough. You're doing just enough and you just got to keep going. And I like that feeling. That's the feeling that I want to put into other aspiring young pilots.